Hey there, it's Michael Gussman, Regional Pastor of Central California Church of God. And I wanted to be able to encourage you with the theme that we've actually got for this year's 2021 annual conference. I want you to get registered. If you haven't done so yet, get yourself registered and make sure that you bring a whole group of people from your church to come participate in this virtual learning that we're going to be doing. During this time frame, I mentioned that Andrew Chalmers is going to be our guest speaker. He's going to be talking to us about how do we engage our cities. Andrew is a very a gifted evangelist. He is amazing. I've been with him doing ministry, really door to door and street to street, and he is phenomenal. He's going to have loads of stories about what he and his ministry, Take the City, have been doing before COVID and during COVID to be able to reach out and be a blessing to their communities. He's got great stories, and I can't wait for you to be able to hear the practical details that he's going to share about how we can mobilize our churches to be effective and helpful in our cities. I'm going to be given a message that I'm calling Movement in Acts. What I've done is I've done an overview of the book of Acts and really just looked at all of the ways that you see the church move in response to whatever stimuli that is. That some of that's going to be persecution, some of that's going to be the move of the Spirit as Paul and Barnabas get sent out to go on a missionary journey. And so I'm going to do just a brief analyzation of all of that, really getting at this. You know, COVID has been this stimulus that has come to us, and then we respond to that. You know, some of the initial responses is we immediately went online. And then after that, we were trying to figure out what do we do to be able to help people. And so there's been loads of innovative ways that churches from all across Central California have been moving forward, responding to that stimuli. And now that we're in this season where, I mean, we're not through with COVID, but we're kind of like coming to the other side of this. What do we do? And how do we move in response? Paul does this interesting thing. You know, he always had this similar pattern. Acts 17 says this, that as was his custom, he went to the synagogue, and then usually things wouldn't go well there, and he would pull disciples who had begun to believe in Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, and then he would minister with them. But in Acts 19, he does something really interesting. He actually stays put for longer than he normally does, and he doesn't follow that same customary pattern. And I think I'm going to use that as the point to say, what customs do we have? Should we be returning to those same customs? And what new things should we do for this new territory that we happen to be in? The result in Acts 19 was that in 2 years' time frame, all of Asia Minor heard the gospel. Imagine if out of kind of what we do collectively in our individual churches, we were able to respond to what God was doing right now and see all of Central California hear the word of the Lord because what we were doing together. I'm believing for great things, and I can't wait to be able to come together and celebrate February 27th this year for the 2021 annual conference. I hope to see you there. Get yourself registered.